We're going to call the public safety meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Boyd, Alderwoman Davis,
Present.
Alderwoman Howard,
Present.
Alderwoman Spencer,
Present.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Present.
Alderman Bosley,
Present.
Alderman Muhammad, Alderman Oldenburg, Alderman Ryan,
Present.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Here.
Alderman Page,
Present.
Chairman Vaquero.
Present.
9 present, you have quorum.
Okay, well, we're really just going to go through Board Bill 37 and 39. I see everybody hasn't quite made it yet. I do know that I cannot chair a meeting that I am presenting. I guess I was looking for the vice chairman to take over. If not, I guess we're going to have Marlene, you would be the second in charge here. I do want to say before we get started, these have been two, tough bills, and so I mean, I would just say, everybody vote your conscience, vote how you best feel. This should go. So Alderwoman Davis, I guess until the vice chair shows up, you're in charge. I've almost looked at this every which way, and there's a good chance we're going to end up in a tied vote on both. If that's the case, I'm sorry, the vice chairman's here. Alderman Boyd, Vice Chairman Boyd. So I'm going to step aside as chair, and we're going to present both bills. I've kind of looked at it, they might both end up in a tie. I mean, so the potential that, we could actually even vote both bills out to the full floor, I guess, is there, with no recommendation, where we would just vote on both. But for 2 years, this has been held up in committee for various different reasons. And at this point, we have to move it forward. Right now, the city is operating, I believe it's on 2008. The UPC is on 2015, and the IPC is on 2018. And Alderman Martin, you could correct me if I'm wrong on any of that.
Well, my attempt is to update the UPC. So we've had and we do have the opportunity to update. It's not like we would just, our only choice is to operate on the old system. So thank you.
No, I'm just saying that, am I correct in what I'm saying? Since we haven't acted.
Correct, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, so if we vote out the UPC, it brings it, well, and at the end of summer break, it'd bring it to them up to 2015. If we vote on the ICP international one, it would go to 2018. All of this really goes to the full board. And if you're unclear on what to do, we can also send both bills out with no recommendation to the full board. So I just wanted to lay out all the different things. Vice Chairman Boyd, I'm going to step aside and you're in charge. I saw him there a second ago. I don't know if he said, there he is. Okay, I'm going to step aside. Vice Chairman Boyd, you're in charge. I am, so. And we just have the two board bills, 37 and 39.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, so what's before the committee is Board Bill 37. And I apologize, I wasn't here for the last meeting. But Mr. Chairman, are we taking testimony or are we just going to vote on the bills today?
We're going to vote. I asked everybody, please make sure what I've kind of see is this might end up in a tie on both of these, which if that's the case, we could send it out. We could send both of them out with no recommendation. You could tell me if I'm wrong on that, but you know, but yeah, but anyway, you're in charge. Let's go ahead and see how this works out. But we're just
Okay,
going to vote.
Okay, what's before us, Board Bill number 37? I'll entertain a motion on Board Bill 37.
And I'll make the motion on Board Bill 37.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved. And what's the motion? To be
Well,
clear?
that we, you know, I would say that we passed Board Bill 37 out with, I would say with no recommendation. I don't know what to do pass.
That's
I think,
inappropriate. That's inappropriate.
is it, okay, then I would say we pass, what would be the proper motion then? That we pass it out with a do pass recommendation? I thought we could pass
People
it.
can vote yes or no.
And my understanding, we could pass something out with no recommendation, right?
You can, but you must allow people to have their vote, yes or no.
Right. No,
Yeah,
no,
that-
I understand
that
that.
Okay, so that will come. So we can pass a board bill out with a do pass recommendation, do not
Or
pass.
just-
I'm gonna call for the clerk. I'm not sure if I've ever
Please
heard of
tell
a no
me you up
recommendation.
at Riverview West Forest.
Say again?
Oh, no, she was talking to someone.
Yeah, Pam, you need to mute.
I'm mute.
Okay,
Riverview West Forest, are you
So-
all up
so-
there? Pam,
Madam
you're not
Clerk,
muted. Oh, okay, because the seniors called me. I'm like, because you know, they call at 8:45.
Okay.
Pam, you need to
Okay,
mute.
The
Madam
motion is
Clerk,
let's vote on the board.
wait a minute, hold up.
Okay, I'm
Madam
sorry.
Clerk, I want to make sure we do this properly. Is the rule, is there such rule as to pass with no recommendation?
Yes.
I believe so. I can look through the rules, but I can call the clerk to be 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure. Give me just a second.
And I just don't think that that's a good move.
Well, you're Your
We're a
chair.
committee, we have a job to do.
You're chairing the meeting. I'll go with whatever you want.
And I just think the bill should be voted up or down.
That's the only
But
way you
because
can
it's
do it.
just gonna be messy and on the floor of the Board of Aldermen.
Okay, then we'll vote. Let's vote. Let's go ahead and vote these up or down. And, you know, then if we send them out, we'll be with the due pass. So however,
So let me ask you this, Mr. Chairman. So are you willing to amend your motion to state that it pass out with a due pass recommendation? Let's be clear on the motion.
that's fine. That would be the motion then.
Okay, so I'm making sure we do everything decent and in order. The reason I backed up because I wasn't clear on the original motion. And I want to make sure that motion was clear. So the motion before us to pass Board Bill 37 out with a due pass recommendation. And Alderwoman Howard, your second stands?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes?
may I ask for a point of order?
Yes, well, state your point of order.
Board Bill number 37 was not explained by the sponsor, so the people could be clear again on what they're voting on. Just simply state what it is, not a long dissertation, but you have to have it on record what Board Bill 37 is.
Board bill. So board
Wait,
bill.
hold on, Mr. Chairman. Let's see. So it's the motion, discussing on the motion. Okay, so we're at the discussion on the motion, and okay. So go ahead, Mr. Chairman. Go ahead and explain what Board Bill 37 does for the record.
For the record, Board Bill 37 introduces to the Board of Aldermen to ask to vote out of committee the International Plumbing Code, which is currently working on 2018. The different codes throughout the city, well, let me just keep it pretty simple. It's the vote whether or not we should adopt the IPC International Plumbing Code.
There you go.
Okay,
Real simple.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much just that simple. An opportunity for us to adopt the 2018 International Plumbing Code. All right, so any other discussion on the motion? Alderman from the 24th.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. So I'm not a plumber. I don't pretend to be a plumber. No one would want to live in anywhere that I did any plumbing. But I wish that we had as much local interaction on everything that we deal with as I've had on this board bill. It was actually pretty surprising to me. How many people kind of came out of the woodwork to discuss a plumbing code. I've had dozens of local people that live and work in the city of St. Louis email me and call me about this. Virtually all of them are in favor of Board Bill 39 and opposed to Board Bill 37. I've been told that 37 puts contractors in a position where they have to buy new materials. I've been told that this would create an unnecessary additional hurdle, particularly for minority contractors. I believe in expertise, and I've just heard dozens and dozens of men and women who work with this issue every day support 39 and come out against 37. And, you know, as Alderman Vaccaro has pointed out, this is a difficult decision for many of us. I know that none of this is personal, but today I'll be supporting 39 and opposing 37. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so let me say this, because I have been through listening to the merits of 37 and 39. And the 2018 International Plumbing Code is used across the country.
The world.
It's not an inferior code. It's a standard, right? In my mind, the UPC code is a superior standard. It's a superior standard, but it doesn't make the International Plumbing Code inferior. So if the majority of the country is using the international code, then, and the majority of the state of Missouri is using the international code, the majority of the region is using the international code, then it must be something that has been well thought out at the end of the day. The Ballpark Village, when Ballpark Village was done, it's my understanding that the city of St. Louis was actually sued by the construction company because of the extra hurdles that they had to go through in order to adhere to the Uniform Plumbing Code. More than $3 million cost associated with that project if they had to use that. So the city of St. Louis was sued, and the contractor developer won. And Ballpark Village is a huge facility. And I haven't heard any evidence of anybody being harmed in any way because of using the international code. So again, I'm just of the opinion that the UPC is a superior code. But at the end of the day, the international code is a widely acceptable international code, not just a national code used in the United States, but an international code. So we have a choice basically to use a code that is pretty standard across the country, standard across the region, or we can use a more superior code that does cost contractors more money. I mean, it just does. I don't think anybody can debate that. I don't think the unions can debate that it costs more money. And I know safety and public safety is always first and foremost. But if I, as a homeowner, have an opportunity to use a standard code and it's going to cost me $1,000, or a superior code that's going to cost me $1,200, I'm going to opt to use the standard code because it's going to save me money. I've listened to the union's position. I support what they're saying. They're writing what they're saying, but it's just that we don't have to do it. The UPC, we don't have to. I don't think anybody's going to lose their lives because of that. I think people will still be working. Plumbers will still be working. No one will lose their job if we use the international code. No plumber will lose their jobs if we use the international code. And at the end of the day, I want to do, I think, what's right for the city of St. Louis at the end of the day. What I think is right for the whole city. I want to move away from just being supportive of, what's the word I'm looking for? Interests, interest groups. I think I'm getting real frustrated, as a city as a whole, that, even with other bills that we're dealing with, we have the activist community have certain issues and they want to, beat us down into, doing it their way because that's their agenda. I think that we have to be supportive of the majority of our citizens. And it's a hard decision for me. I'm going to be supporting Board Bill 37. And it's a tough decision for me to make. And I appreciate, all the hard work that people who are in the plumbing unions, that they do. And they take their job seriously. And so it's nothing against somebody at all. And I'm glad the other one from the 19th, I believe, said, let's take the personalities out of it. It's not about being against somebody. It's about doing what is, doing the right thing for the majority of the people, of our citizens. At the end of the day, nobody's there. So if people are going to lose their jobs, I get it. But nobody's going to lose their job if we go to a international plumbing code, which, probably 90% of the world is using. So that's my commentary. Anybody else?
Mr. Chairman, may I?
Alderwoman from the 19th.
I did want to just simply say that all of our other codes that we operate under are the international code for the various other labor divisions that we use inspections for and approve planning documents for construction. I also want to say to you that our building division has one of the best records, most definitely in the state of Missouri, for the work that they do, and most especially on those things that they approve, and they've chosen the standard to follow, and they chose it years ago. As I stated earlier, we've been working towards unifying our code system so that all of the codes are international code for a number of years. And that, to me, is critical. These are our day-to-day people. These are the ones who know our buildings and our operations better than anybody else. And I do respect unions. I'm a former union steward. I understand how you fight for your people, and that is fine. And most of you all know that I will work in the best interest of something that is good for us. This is not necessarily something that has to happen. I also have never, ever allowed anybody's contribution to sway my vote. And most of us know that most of the union people don't even live in the city of St. Louis. So that's another thing that we always think about. But I do want to make sure that we recognize and respect the city division of building and its director and its supervisors who work on our behalf. And when you have an international code that has been approved, not just locally, not just regionally, but internationally, I think we're going to be okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
we're on the members of the committee right now, but I see that Alderman Bosley wants to ask a question. I'm gonna,
He's
Alderman
on.
Bosley, go ahead.
I just make a quick comment. I appreciate you, Mr. Chairman, and everybody that has worked to get us as much information as we can on this. Of course, you know, the last few weeks have been very busy and active for the board members here throughout the Board of Aldermen, based on a lot of different things that we are releasing. Some great things going on for the city right now. So there was a lot of folks that worked hard to get some information to different members of the board so we could learn as much as we could about the differences between these codes during this time when we're learning about how to spend $80 million and, you know, a lot of other things. So I want to add, and I guess it's not necessarily adding, I'd like to mirror just a few other people from the board. Sometimes we make decisions here and it's not about personalities or the personal relationships necessarily that we have with the different entities or people that work for those entities. Sometimes it is strictly about what it is we believe would either do well or not do well. I don't think from what I've read, this wouldn't hurt many people or anybody at all. Of course, there'll be some different things that would have to be done, different protocols, because there is a different code, not a different code, but no, it's a different code. But, you know, for the most part, once again, I don't see it being completely damaging to any established businesses, any established companies. I support the unions and the work they do, getting jobs, but I also know that everything that we do approve still has to go through the building division when it comes down to us ensuring that things are enforced. And, you know, when you have folks that we work with every day saying that this may be something that's better for us, and we know that we have thousands of problems we got, and not this isn't anybody else, we have issues, especially in a lot of these older houses that haven't been upgraded in some time. So we are regularly dealing with residents and problems and issues throughout the city where we have to get in contact with the building division and the different individual residents and move things to represent. I know that's what the unions want for the city. One of the things that I looked at also is the city and the county are the two regional entities that take part in the UPC, and everybody outside of that here seems to be using the International Plumbing Code. You know, we talk a lot about going back and forth from the city to the county, and things have been a little bit different by pulling permits, and the way that we do business can be confusing crossing city lines and county lines. But that is where the idea of having some type of regional approach to these different things that keep us separated from the region in city of St. Louis and St. Louis County is a goal that we all should be kind of working towards, at least on that paperwork process. I'm not saying that I am for merging the city and county in any type of way. I just want to be clear, but I am with having some type of standardizations across the region so we can be better partners. And that's not to say that we aren't good partners right now, but just wanted to add that I appreciate everybody that's working hard on this. With that, I'll say that I support Board Bill 37. And I also support 39, but I will not be voting for it today. Thank you.
Okay. We have a motion to pass Board Bill 37 out of committee with a due pass recommendation. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Davis,
Aye.
Alderwoman Howard,
Aye.
Alderwoman Spencer,
No.
Alderwoman Boyd,
No.
Alderman Bosley,
Aye.
Alderman Muhammad, Alderman Odenberg,
No.
Alderman Ryan, Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Aye.
Alderman Page,
No.
Madam Clerk, please change my vote to a no.
Chairman Vaccaro,
Aye.
Alderman Muhammad, Alderman Narayan,
No.
five aye votes, and 6 no votes.
Madam Clerk, can you recall the votes, please?
Take
Now,
another
I
roll.
mean, just who voted?
Okay,
I got
for the aye
confused.
votes, I had Alderman Boyd, Alderwoman Davis, Alderman Bosley, Alderwoman Clark Hubbard, and Chairman Vaccaro. For the no votes, Alderwoman Howard, Alderwoman Spencer, Alderwoman Boyd, Alderman Oldenburg, Alderman Narayan, and Alderman Page.
Alderman Boyd voted no?
No,
I
no,
thought
no. Alderwoman Boyd voted no.
I thought Alderman Boyd voted yes.
I thought she said no.
Alderman Boyd, were you a yes or a no?
I was a no.
Okay, thank you. All right, by your vote, you failed to sustain the motion of the chairman on Board Bill 37. Now before us, Board Bill 39. I see some hands up. Were those from the previous?
Yes, that was
Okay.
previous. It needs to come
Okay.
down. Okay.
Alderman Spencer, your hand is still up.
Mr. Vice Chair, thank you. My hand was up. I was just going to offer a simple explanation. We have two bills before us, 37 and 39. 39 essentially keeps the code the way it is. 37 is an offer to change. And so, given what the chair has said, that there has been, this has been a hard vote, couple of weeks to try to parse through this. We have failed to come back in session, in speaking on Board Bill 39, in addition to having so many folks from the plumbing industry reach out and talk about how this would impact their livelihood, 39 is simply something that would keep essentially the codes the way they are. And given that up until this point, I really haven't had any complaints about the existing plumbing code as a matter of business. It is my opinion that keeping it the same would do no real harm and be something rather than introducing what could be a change to the system. And Mr. Chair or Vice Chair, that's all I really had to offer on 37, but it also pertains to 39.
Okay, thank you. Now what's before us is Board Bill 39. Any discussion on Board Bill 39? Alderwoman Martin, you're recognized on Board Bill 39.
Thank you, and thank you all. I know this has been one of the more exciting issues we've had here lately at the board. I just want to remind a few people that we do have a citizen-led review board, and they are in favor of keeping the UPC, which does need updating, and now is our opportunity to update what we've been operating off of. And again, this is what the review board has encouraged us to do. And the majority of the work in this region is done in St. Louis City and St. Louis County, not Jefferson County or Lincoln County or some of the surrounding counties. And also, I think that there's a little confusion, and I could be wrong here, but the international code, that might be the name of it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's used broadly across internationally. So I just wanted to clarify that there. And also a clarification is we've had both union and non-union contractors testify in favor of updating what we currently have. Yes, union contractors might support this, but we have a lot of non-union contractors that want to keep this as is and do the updates as outlined in 39. And I thank you all so much. And I thank everyone for being so thoughtful on this and, you know, hearing everyone out. And especially it's been a really tough week for everyone. So thank you very much. And with that, I will close.
Okay, we're on, Alderwoman Spencer, your hand is up.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Vice Chair. I thought I put it down.
Okay.
I spoke
Any
already.
other-
Thank you.
Any other discussion or questions on Board Bill 39? Okay, I'll entertain a motion on Board Bill 39.
Mr. Vice Chair,
Yes.
this is Sharita. This should be, it's not on the agenda, or is it?
But
I'm sorry, for item 2 is board bill. It should be 39 as amended.
Right.
We adopted those amendments September the 12th. I think that was Monday's meeting that we had. The amendment was adopted.
okay, I think we can agree that maybe just a Scrivener's error. But the record certainly would show that it was amended.
Right, so it's gonna be.
So
Board Bill
what's
39
what's-
is amended.
so what's
Mr.
truly
Chair, I make
before
a-
us- What's truly before us is Board Bill 39 as amended. Go ahead, Alderwoman Spencer.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I make a motion that I move that we pass Board Bill 39 with a do pass recommendation.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and second. And Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Boyd,
No,
I'm sorry, that was a no?
that's enough.
Thank you. Alderwoman Davis,
No,
Alderwoman Howard,
Aye.
Alderwoman Spencer,
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderman Bosley, Alder- I'm sorry, Alderman, I didn't.
No.
Alderman Muhammad, Alderman Oldenburg,
Aye.
Alderman Orion,
Aye.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
No. I'm sorry.
Alderman Page,
Aye.
Chairman Vaccaro.
And I'll say no, the vote would be the same, so it's gonna pass.
6 aye votes and 5 no votes.
By your vote, you have passed Board Bill number 39 as amended out of committee with a due pass recommendation. Looks like that is all for board bills for review. We have no resolutions. Committee discussions. Anybody have anything to discuss that's forthcoming?
No, I just want to thank everybody for voting on this, you know, this was, I think I've been lobbied more on this than anything in my whole life. You know, and I appreciate everybody voting how they best feel. And I do want to thank everybody.
Mr. Chairman, I don't think we approved the minutes, did we?
You know, that's a,
I was trying to do that
we
earlier.
didn't, I had this,
We didn't.
no, we didn't. Vice Chairman Boyd, you're still in charge. You want to take care of the minutes and
Sure. So let's move back up for approving. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for Monday, July the 12th, 2021.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Davis,
Aye.
Alderwoman Howard,
Aye.
Alderwoman Spencer,
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd,
Aye.
Alderman Bosley,
Aye.
Alderman Muhammad, Alderman Oldenburg,
Aye.
Alderman Ryan,
Aye.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
Aye.
Alderman Page,
Aye.
Chairman Vaccaro.
Aye.
11 ayes.
By your vote, you've approved the minutes dated July the 12th, 2021. We'll go back to, we'll move from committee consent to announcements. Chairman Vaccaro, you were making comments.
No, just thanking everyone. I mean, this was tough. And it just doesn't, it hasn't even ended now. It goes to the full floor where everybody will be getting phone calls again, I'm sure. You know, but at this point, since this was the choice of the committee, I would say we should just all stand together and you know, just get this through. That's just my thoughts. But anyway, again, thank you, everyone. This has been in committee for 2 years, and I think it's time that we get it out, you know, and I think there's going to be a lot more discussion over the summer months. So anyway, other than that, I really have no comments, but thank you, everyone.
Alderwoman from 19.
Mr. Chairman, what I'd like to do is just simply say, with all this energy and all this attention, I hope we can carry it on and use it to make sure that we do better in providing opportunities of knowledge about how the plumbing industry works, bring in more training opportunities, most especially for the city of St. Louis, and most definitely make sure that we can get more people who already know how to do the work, but get more of them involved as small contractors. So let's use some of that energy. I've been begging for 3 years now to get the portable training site in the city of St. Louis. We need it so these kids can know and see some things that are different so they can dream and understand. So let's use some of that energy, keep everybody organized, and let's push. Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to say that if there's anybody who haven't visited the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters facility out in Earth City, it is worth taking a tour. It's a phenomenal facility. I mean, it's state of the art. They've done a lot of good work out there. I wish more people that look like me would take up plumbing or a lot of the trades, because there's a lot of good money to be made in the trades. I talked to a lot of union people, and the trajectory we're moving on, they're just losing members. I mean, people are retiring, and it's just hard to get people to fill the shoes. And that's sad, because robots will not be able to build houses for us and build buildings. I mean, we need, you know, human power to do that. So I'm always encouraging people to join the trades. Unfortunately, this new generation we have is more on technology than, you know, getting their hands dirty, which I can't blame them. I'm allergic to labor, and I'm not interested in getting my hands dirty. So put me in a management position. I'm proud to be there. I'll serve. That's my wheelhouse. But again, there's a lot of hard work in doing this. This is not personal. Everybody will still be able to work together moving forward. So it's been a good day at the end of the day. Alderwoman Boyd, I see your natural hand trying to say something. I'm gonna recognize you.
Thank you very much, Alderman Boyd. I just wanted to say that I agree with Alderwoman Davis and yourself. And I think my challenge has been to get people to come to the train. Plumbers has reached out to me several times begging to get people into their apprenticeship, their training. and I can't get them to go, but I don't think that these young people understand it's not all about hands-on. They use technology too. And so the construction business is not just all about hard labor. And so those kids that have that IT expertise, they can be utilized in the unions. And that's what I don't think they get. And so we did have conversations with the plumbers union a couple of years ago to come into Northwest to take a floor. And they were excited to take a floor to bring training into that site. And the problem was, at that time, it was with the superintendent for us to start working it out. And so I think now the way Northwest is, I think we can start those conversations again. I agree. They do need to have something in the city to offer the people in the city.
Thank you. Any more announcements before we go to the excused Alderman? Okay.
Oh, sorry, can you guys not see me? Sorry.
We can see you. I didn't see a hand up.
Sorry, I was doing my natural hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I do want to thank you all.
Unfortunately, I have the text going across the screen and it's across you, so I'm sorry.
That was my whole life on Tuesday. I was trying to like push it down and but no, you know, one thing that is going really well right now in a bipartisan manner is at the state level is pushing more money into workforce development and the BUD program, and the BUD program is expanding and they're really working hard. Greta Bax, who's running that, and also one of the carpenters, former carpenters, apprenticeship teachers, they're really working hard on some wraparound services that come with that. And that's making sure that, you know, bus passes, rides, gas cards. I know Pat Dolan picks up the group that needs rides every morning downtown and drives them to the different jobs. And it's a good program too, because, you know, you may not be, I know I do not have math skills to be an electrician or a plumber, but it would, you know, it pairs you up. It lets you try different trades, pairs you up with a variety of opportunities and really to see what works best for you. I know people are working also on providing childcare for apprentices. That's not happening yet, but the women in trades and a variety of folks are working on that as well. So they recognize that this is not so easy for everyone just to be like, oh, sure, I'll take the test and get in. They're working on, you know, drug treatment programs, anything that can help people stay in the trade and be successful. So I know I came out of college making a lot less than a person in the trades, even in an apprenticeship, is making. So there are a lot of opportunities, and you know, we all just need to work to make sure we're expanding those. You know, with the next round of money, we could also work to expand some of those opportunities as well. So thank you again.
All right. Okay, I move to excuse the Alderman from the 21st Ward due to necessary absence. And I think that's all. Everybody, thank you for all your hard work today. The Public Safety Committee is adjourned.